I am Christian, I am Black, specifically Haitian, I am firstborn in my family, I am immigrant, I am woman, all of the things. And so I've always been filtered. And I realized that like the more I talk to people, the more my journey becomes clearer to me. And I love that. Like the more you show up in community, the more your purpose is revealed to you. I promise you. I can't believe this. This is amazing. And I found my people, I found my community, and I'm slowly finding myself here also. This is 25. This is 25. Hello. I love this for me. Hello, hello, beautiful, wonderful, sexy, well rested bays. Welcome back to another episode of Misadventures of Healing Black Girl. How y'all doing? How you doing? Ladies, how y'all doing? Huh? What? Fellas, y'all alright? That's good. Me, um, I'm doing good. I lied. I'm very tired. I'm exhausted. I'm very burnt out. I had a very, very long week, and it really took a lot out of me to show up and be and do and care and be present and do things for other people and serve and create and share while also trying to take care of myself, pay my bills, look out for my family, feed myself, clean my space, shower. Like this week just really took me through it. Not only that, there was a heat wave and I was outside every day for the heat wave. I shot multiple events back to back. I had a lot of work due this week. It was literally like a very long day of like wake up, type all day until 3 o'clock in the morning, go to bed, wake up at 6, type all day, like literally. Or like other days it would be type and then get ready and then go take the train and melt and come home. And it was just a lot. And I'm tired. You probably hear it in my voice. Girl, I'm beat. I am beat. But overall, I'm grateful. You know, I'm grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful for every opportunity that I've gotten to create and be. Like, I'm here and I'm doing the thing. Okay? I don't have it figured out. I don't really have a system yet. And I mean, the whole point is to really figure out the system, what is not working, and how can we do something about it? Because at the end of the day, it's not sustainable. The way that I move, the way that I work is not sustainable. Pulling all-nighters, pulling late-nighters is not sustainable. We have to be able to sustain the machine that is the body. You know me and my horrible analogies, just stay with me, okay? But really, our body is like a machine, if you will, right? That produces, that allows us to show up, that allows us to do and be and all of the things. But if you don't have a system that works, if you don't have the right machinery, if it's not performing right, you have to be able to take a second to be like, okay, what's not working? What can I do about it? So we can be able to sustain this thing and keep it going, keep it running. And so that's what this conversation today is about. We're going to be talking about, I don't even know, rest. I have a vague idea. There are some things that I wanted to discuss with y'all today that have really been on my heart, specifically, and were specifically reaffirmed yesterday. But yeah, we're talking about burnout. We're talking about rest and ambition and giving yourself grace and what that looks like. So yeah, as I was saying before I cut myself off, I'm feeling good. I really am, but I'm also tired, and that's okay. Like that, those two things can coexist. I can be very grateful for where I am in my life right now, but also be like, God, I'm tired. Okay. I think that's what I'm experiencing a lot of. But one thing I realize is it's just that when I get to a point in my life, in my day, in my week, where if I get one more DM about anything at all, I will have a panic attack. It's time to talk. Okay? If I am shooting an event and I'm about to start crying, it's time to talk. If you ask me to leave my house and just reading that text message makes me want to crawl on the floor and, ball myself up like a little baby, it's time to talk. If it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying my best to get these edits done and my body is like, girl, rest. And I'm like, no, but I have It's time to talk. The systems that I have in place are not working. And I'm running myself to the ground slowly but surely. And the signs are showing up, right? In the way that I'm social, in the way that I show up in spaces. So we need to do something about it. I just feel like I sound so dark. It's like I promise. I mean, I'm not gonna promise anything. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. But this is what we're about, right? This is like holding myself accountable, talking about the thing. Hey, I'm not doing great. What can I do about it? It's up to me to have systems in place. I feel like I keep saying the word system, but like, you know what I mean? Like, what can I do about it? Clearly, something has got to give, and how am I going to extend grace to myself to make sure that I really am being intentional about taking care of myself? That's what it's all about, right? But yeah, I had a wonderful week. All in all, I'm super grateful for all the things I was able to do. So much happened this week. I shot so many events. I went places and I showed up in new opportunities, and a lot happened. But specifically, I wanted to talk about yesterday. Yesterday, I shot an amazing pop-up event for, by, and about Haitian women that was absolutely amazing. It was put on and produced by Comme Si Like, which is a lifestyle brand, Black Haitian woman owned lifestyle brand, and also Blackout, which is a Haitian woman run, and like, you know what I'm saying, award-winning media and entertainment brand in the making. And just working with the team with Kola, Ani, Meika, Sammy, like everyone else. It was just such an amazing experience. And just to be in the room with such amazing women, the conversations, the panelists, the topics of conversation, and the way that we were able to speak to one another, speak life into one another, speak of one another, to show up and to support and to learn about people's journeys and stories. We talked about what it means to be a Haitian woman and what that, and all the different ways that that has defined us, and the way that culture and traditions have, viewed the Haitian woman, and how the modern Haitian woman is rediscovering herself. Where we talked about, Haitian Americans and Haitians who were born and raised and grew up in Haiti, and being able to, like, the diaspora and also those on the ground, being able to form those stronger relationships and depend on one another and show up for one another and make space for one another. Anyway, it was just overall such an amazing, amazing conversation. And there were like vendors, Haitian women vendors who were there as well, who were amazing. I'm looking to put some type of post together. It's gonna be on my Substack. I just wanted to do it for me, just to put it out there. But I'm gonna put like a Haitian women from the pop up. I'm gonna put it on my Substack, and I'm also gonna put it on like my photography page. Yeah, I took photos of all the vendors, so I'll be doing like, hey, all the Haitian women that were at the pop up. Sorry, so expect that somewhere at some point. If you just want to support, if you want to buy something, buy shea butter, buy a t-shirt to support a brand, donate towards a cause. I will have all that information there. It was just so amazing to be in that space. And I just love that. Like, ever since I've been here, I'm just finding my people. You know what I mean? Like, I think there is, in a way, you need to be intentional about it, but also, you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of putting yourself out there. I'm constantly in an amazing room, especially with other dope, amazing, creative women in the city, who are based here, who live here, some who grew up here, some who moved here, some who moved here at the same time I moved here, some who have just been here to build, to connect. So I'm super duper grateful. Like, I can't believe this is amazing. And I found my people, I found my community, and I'm slowly finding myself here also. This is 25. This is 25. Hello. I love this for me. But speaking of yesterday, one of the sessions that we had, so there were kind of like three things going on ish at the Come See Like event. There was a meditation and journaling session led by Linda. I don't remember her last name, but I'll have the Substack. So be on the lookout. When this podcast comes out, the Substack will come out with it. Actually, I'm just going to include those vendors in that Substack post. Anyways, all that stuff is going to be in there. But Linda, she led a journaling session and a meditation session that was so good. After, I was like, can you give me a hug, please? I just felt so seen. She just reaffirmed, and it's so, I realized that I don't really meditate. Let me just keep it real. I don't, I pray. That's like, that's, my spirituality is very important for me. So that's kind of like that facet of meditation that I lean into. But not necessarily like, I need to do breath work. I do know that I need to do more breath work. But I don't really, like, I don't meditate in like group settings or like going to a meditation ritual event. I don't, that's not something I usually participate in. But that was amazing because it's my first time ever sitting in a meditation session led by a Haitian woman, specifically a Black woman. And it was just so good. It was just so reaffirming. And she was just like, take your time. She was just like, it's about you. And just the little things that she said that I was like, wow, like it felt like it was about me. My experience is my own, and I can take my time, and I can, just all of the things. I can really go into this, but it was really, 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 really good. But anyway, so we had the meditation session and we had a journaling session, and I'm gonna go through the questions because those were so good, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. And then there was a panel discussion about being a Haitian woman, and just like all of the aspects of us. And we went deep. That conversation went deep. We went into trauma. We went into all of the trigger warnings, but it was very good. It was such a healing conversation. And there was also a little market where there was Haitian women vendors who were there, Yoto and Claire, who are like a beauty and skincare brand, Boisson, which is a crafts cocktails brand based in Brooklyn, I want to say, or Queens. I don't remember what she said. I will have her information for y'all. So if you're doing a party and you're based in Brooklyn, hire her. Her drinks were so good. They were like mocktails. One of them was like a mango. The other one was like a mint fresh thingy lemonade thing. I'm sorry, I don't know drinks like that, but it was really, really, really refreshing. And then the Kumsi like was there, and the whole event was sponsored by Creole Essence. Like, it was just such a day of Haitian womanness. I don't know what to tell y'all. It was good. But I wanted to go back to Linda's session, which is why we're here today. Because it really impacted me in such a beautiful, beautiful way. So I'm just gonna go through some of the journaling prompts that she had us do, and I'm gonna answer them, and also just like other questions that she asked in general that were good. That really had me thinking about myself, and where I am in my life right now, how I feel in my body at the moment. As I said in the beginning, I just feel very tired, and I'm really acknowledging that, like, I'm not okay, and yada yada yada. It really is because yesterday, getting a second after like go 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 and do and be, and I really had a second to be like, and it's funny because I couldn't even properly sit down to do the meditation because I was walking around taking photos. And then I was like, girl, sit down. Just sit down for 5 seconds. She died. Like, sit somewhere. And then I really sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, like, it all started to really weigh down on me. But her first journal prompt, pull out a pen and paper right now. I'm gonna give you a second. Go ahead, girl. No rush. Yes, seriously, get a pen and paper. Even if you don't do this now, at least like save these questions for later, or write it on a sticky note, put it on your wall, just like to keep in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? Just to like, you'll come back to it at some point. I promise you, it's good. Question number 1: how are you feeling right now, and where is it showing up for you in the body? I never heard that question asked like that. And it really struck me. I'm not going to answer it as yesterday. I'm going to answer it today. Currently, I feel, yesterday I said I felt tired. Today I still feel tired. I feel overwhelmed because I have a lot on my plate. Even today. Today is Sunday, actually, currently. And I'm working all day today. So I just feel overwhelmed and I feel tired and a little bit resentful of the process. I'm not resenting anybody. I'm just resenting the process. Like, God, for real, for real. I'm resentful of the process. And where is it showing up for me in my body? On my shoulders. Like, my shoulders get very tense. I realized that about myself. I remember sometime this week, sometime this week, I was somewhere. I don't remember where I was. And my shoulders were like this. I think I was like on the train or something. Like my body was just so tense. And I kind of felt the Holy Spirit be like, just drop your shoulders. And I was like, I didn't realize, like, I just stand like this all the time. I just sit and walk like this all the time. And my shoulders are so tense. And so a lot of times when I am anxious and when I am amassing the energy, it shows up in my shoulders. I literally stay like this and I'm typing like this and I'm moving like this and I'm creating. It shows up in my shoulder a lot. And weeks that I work, yeah, like, God forbid, no, we're not gonna talk about carpal tunnel, but my right hand, she been cutting up, girl. She's like, girl, sit down. My whole body has been like, girl, sit down. My whole body. So yeah, right now I'm feeling all of the things and it's showing up in my shoulders. Question number 2, to get to and through creativity, what is holding your voice back? I'm going to read it again. To get to and through creativity, what is holding your voice back? And I would say self-doubt and overthinking all of the things. I think I've shared that before in the podcast, but like I've been filtered my entire life and I've always been told what to say, what not to say, how to show up. I am Christian, I am Black, specifically Haitian, I am firstborn in my family, I am immigrant, I am woman, I am plus size, I am all of the things. And so I've always been filtered. Always been. You have to be careful how you say this. You have to be careful how you show up, how you sit down, how you greet, how you all of the things. And so I think that's what's held me back. Just like the expectations of my community, the way perception of other people, expectations from my community, and also my own internalized self-doubt. I can go deeper, but we gonna leave it there. Next question? Are you giving yourself permission to be seen? If so, why? If not, why not? Am I giving myself permission to be seen? If I was asked this question, let's say a month ago, I would say no. But as of yesterday, or no, as of a month ago, yeah, it has been a process for me. I was always overthinking a lot of things. I think being in New York specifically has reaffirmed my purpose a lot for me, honestly, truly. It's just, I've had so many opportunities to talk to people. Like, it's funny because I say it and then I like realize it. Like, I really do be here. You just encounter a lot of people, whether you're trying or not, you just encounter people. And so to be, and stand and sit in conversation with people who are talking about their dreams and their aspirations. And I realized that like the more I talk to people, the more my journey becomes clearer to me. And I love that. Like the more you show up in community, the more your purpose is revealed to you. I promise you. I've also been experiencing moments where I will show up to an event and immediately I am inspired to do something. You know, even if you just show up somewhere with no idea, like, why am I even here? I don't even care to be here or whatever. You will leave with something. If you don't leave with a new friend or somebody's business card or a new connection or some type of resource or free goodies, you will leave with like an idea or something you can start or anything. It will spark some type of something in you. And I think for me, the clarity that has come from showing up in community here in New York City has been reaffirmed through just like my purpose and my journey. Like the more I talk to people, the more I realize, oh shoot, like I'm on my own journey. Like I'm doing my own thing. Like nobody is in this lane with me. I'm in this lane by myself. And I think that has really, really reaffirmed me and also helped me to be like, okay, I think I'm okay with being seen. I'm okay with being seen trying. I want to be seen trying. I want to be seen doing and pursuing purpose and heading in a specific direction. I want to be seen failing. I want to be seen trying the thing and it fails, but I try something else and maybe that works. And I'm as I'm learning and I'm uncovering my path and I'm headed towards purpose. I want to be seen trying. And so basically as of a month ago, I I was like, oh wait, like I'm on to something. I don't know what I'm doing, right? But I'm on to something, and I'm gonna allow others into my process. And it really has been, again, through conversation with people from all the different backgrounds, and also through the podcast, showing up on TikTok, like all of the ways that I've, all the creative outlets that I've designed and created for myself, I've grown much more comfortable, because I used to be very self conscious before. Like, nobody needs to see my work. Like, everybody else is doing this. When you look on the internet, it looks like I feel like I've said that a couple times here. On the internet, it feels like everybody's doing what you're doing. On the internet, it feels like there's no sense of originality. There's no way that you are original at what you do. Trust me. Whatever lane you're in right now, focus on you. No one else is doing what you're doing. And even if somebody else is doing what you're doing, they're not doing it in the capacity that you're doing it. They're not bringing the energy that you're bringing to it, the experience, the know-how, the heart, and the passion that you are. I feel like I've been saying this a lot in my podcast. It's for somebody. And I hope you got it, because I've said it like 5 times on here. If you don't get it by now, girl, girl. So yeah, as of a month ago, I've been giving myself permission to be seen. Not a month. I want to say 3 weeks, honestly, truly. It literally feels like as of July 1st. That's when I was like, okay, I'm doing something and I don't care. I'm going to be seen trying. Okay, I'm here, I'm there, I'm in person, I'm online. I'm trying to show up. Okay, yeah. Next question. What is your relationship with grace? A. Well, 1A. It's a 3-part question. 1, what is your relationship with grace? What is your relationship like with grace? I don't know how to read. What is your relationship like with grace? How do you give yourself grace? And how does it show up for you? And let me tell you, when she asked that question, I was like, grace? I don't extend myself any type of grace. I self-parent very hard. Okay, let me try to answer the questions. What is my relationship like with grace? I have a very toxic relationship with grace. I you pray for God to extend you grace, and Lord, give me grace to get through, but I don't give myself that same amount of grace. I have high expectations for myself. I'm very ambitious, and there's a lot of pressure that has been put on me. There's a lot of pressure that I've put on myself. And again, back to the analogy about the system and the machine. So what if the goal of the machine is to make dope things, right? Like our body enables us to show up and be and do and make. And I'm grateful for every part of my body that I can use to aim towards purpose. But what can I get done if I'm not taking care of myself? What can I get done if I'm not extending that grace to myself? And I think that's what I finally realized. Like, oh shoot, okay, like you pulled an all-nighter and now you have a migraine. Uh, what did you accomplish with that? Because you could have gone to bed early but started the day a little bit earlier. It would have been the same amount. Like, I used to have this idea of like pull an all nighter. The thing needs to be done at 4 o'clock in the morning. I used to be texting my clients at 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey girl, sorry for the late text, but the photos are done. Okay, but it would have been the same at 8 a.m. Go to bed at 11. Wake up at 4, wake up at 5, edit, get it to them by 8, 9 a.m. Like, what is somebody going to do with pictures at 4 o'clock in the morning? Like, oh, girl, thank you, because I need to post it on Instagram right now. I'm going to print it right now. Like, what is the urgency? It's just like this false sense of urgency brought on by boss babe culture, brought on by do, and be, and just ambition and just strive and do all the things, but I'm not taking care of the machine. And so I just started giving myself grace. That's my relationship with grace. I just started listening to my body. As of last week, I'm being so serious. And this, it really showed up for me. Oh, that is the third question. It really showed up for me a lot this week specifically. There were a lot of instances where I would be out all day and it would just be such a long day that starts from 6 a.m. Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Tuesday, my day started at 6 a.m. And I worked my job, and after work, I drove to Long Island to shoot an event. And I came back home and I worked some more. It could have been done on Wednesday. Wednesday, I woke up and I'm doing da 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 da, and I, mind you, on top of that, I'm still working my day job, right? And then I stayed up all night until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And the Thursday, it's like back to back to back. And I think it was like, was it Thursday? I did what I was supposed to do. Let me look. I'm gonna pull up my calendar because it was a day. Boom. Yep. Tuesday and Wednesday, all nighters, and then Wednesday, day one of the heat wave. I was beat. I was walking around the city all day in the heat and almost going through heat exhaustion. I came back home. I made dinner. I was in bed by 7 p.m. Yeah, my body was like, "Go ahead, try me, try me. I dare you to try me." So that's Thursday. Friday again, I was up and out very, very early in the morning. I barely slept. Okay. So I was knocked from 7 to 3 a.m., woke up at 3 a.m. and started working. Don't judge me. We're learning. And then went back to bed for a little bit and I was up again by 7 and I was up, up, up and out and at it. And I attended an event in the afternoon. I was back home by 8 p.m. I went to bed at 8 p.m. And so this week I was like, okay, yeah, the thing is, it would be cool for it to be done right now, but also it could be done tomorrow. Like none of the work that I do, especially like with my own business, none of it is deadline based. You know what I mean? Like there's no strict deadline. And again, no client is like, thank you for sending me these pictures at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was just like, I just needed it. Like people were asleep. Regular people that are not artists are sleeping. They're at home with their families and their children. They're not staying up by the phone like, Lynn, it's 4 a.m. You better send me, like, you know, what is the sense of urgency? And so yesterday after, again, I shot, I worked, come see, like, I was over there by 7 a.m. By the time we were done and, you know, dinner with the girls and all that stuff, I was back home by 6. I was in bed. That's how I'm learning to extend myself grace. I'm gonna start going to bed early now. I can't believe I never thought I would utter these words. Oh my gosh, it's just so spicy. I need to, yeah, yes. We're just gonna leave it at that. Next question: how are you giving yourself grace to be creative as a Haitian? Right? There's so many layers. And when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh. Like there are so many layers to my creativity. There's the way that I show up as a black woman in America. There's the way that I show up as a Haitian woman in America. Two completely different things. Okay? Two completely different things. There's a way that I show up also connected to being Haitian as an authorized alien in America. That's my legal status as an immigrant, as the way that I show up in my work and in my community, in the spaces that I take up space in. Those are the different ways that I show up. There's a way that I show up as a Christian, right? Like how am I giving myself grace in all of these aspects and areas of myself as I'm creating and I'm doing? And I think that was like a really, really big question. And she asked that because someone was talking about how, you know, they consider themselves not to be really creative, and they take pictures, but then, you know, they compare themselves to other people, yada yada. It wasn't a question that she asked to the group, but it's just like a good thing to reflect on. Like, wait, like, how am I allowing myself to be creative? Whether or not, I mean, we're all creative in our own way. Okay. Even if you can't pick up a camera and take a photo and color grade it and whatever, if you're good with spreadsheets, that's creative because I don't do spreadsheets. If you're good with sewing, I don't know how to sew. Like we're all creating. we were made by the creator, and we are creating, and we are using our hands and our tools to do amazing things. So we're all creative in one way or another, but how are you allowing yourself to be creative as a Haitian? And also, I just remembered, oh God, yes, I just remember the real reason why she asked that question. Also, which was a part two, we were talking about trauma, and we were talking about experiences, and specifically, those of us who were like in Haiti for the earthquake. If you're watching the video, my mind just went to another place. But we were talking about dealing with trauma and the fact that we never overcame certain things. We kind of just like put it away and we dissociated, and we just had to move on and show up and do and care and be. And she was like, but how are you extending yourself grace as a Haitian creative? As somebody who has been through some things, you've seen some things, you've experienced certain levels of trauma that other people cannot even begin to comprehend. Like, how are you extending yourself that grace as a creative with a traumatic past? And immediately I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. You know what I mean? Just the way, like, again, I'm ambitious. I have high expectations. I have crazy goals and dreams, and I want to do and I want to be and I want to. But also, girl, I've been through some stuff. I've seen some things. I'm going through some things. How am I giving myself that space right now? How am I extending myself grace to be creative on my own accord, and just being gentle with myself through my creative process? So yeah, I don't have an answer. That I kind of gave an answer, kind of. Did I? I don't even know. But also, yeah, I grew up in a very creative home, and I grew up in a home where I was allowed to be expressive. I don't know what to answer. I don't know. I really don't have an answer. And also to think about, if you want to, if you're like an immigrant from whatever country, another leg of this question was, especially if you have parents who didn't really believe in the arts or have like building a career in the arts. How is that for you? And how are you still extending yourself grace? The fact that you've been able to, pursue your own thing and engage in the arts as an adult when that wasn't a norm for you. Maybe your parents had other expectations for you and all of that. But my mom is very supportive of me. And so that's not something that I dealt with. And I grew up in a very creative household, and my parents always had their artist friends around and whatever. But yeah, I don't know how to do and be, and how to balance that, and how to be careful, and not careful, but like be gentle with myself as I'm being creative after dealing with having dealt with so much in my life. I'm gonna stop talking now, because if not, I'm gonna cry. Next. Next, what dreams do you have that are rooted in joy? I love that question so much. It just felt like a warm hug. Oh, yes. Another question is, how do you feel with this question? It just felt like a warm hug. It just felt like somebody sat me down, and like they just took the palm of my hand and they put my hand between their hands like this, and was like, what dreams do you have that are rooted in joy, dear? What dreams do you have that are rooted in joy? So many. Where do I even start? Traveling the world, building community, being a resource for other people, being a bridge for other people is a dream that I have that is rooted in joy. I just want to laugh. I want to live a full life of laughter and joy and purpose and settlement and establishment and care and nurturing, and whatever the capacity that it shows up in, whether it's in my friendships, whether it's in my relationship, my romantic relationship, partnership, professional partnership, like all of the things. I just want to live like a very joyous life, and those are my dreams. Some of my, just a little, 2% of my dreams. And how do you feel when you think about your dreams that are rooted in joy? I just feel hopeful. I feel like I'm onto something. I feel like, I guess I can bear for one more day with the journey. I guess I'll be alright. I feel yeah, I just feel inspired and hopeful, and I feel excited and curious to see the things that I can accomplish and the people I can surround myself with and the community that I can build and just the endless possibilities of what it means to truly walk in my purpose and to serve as a resource for other people and to also speak life into other people and help them discover their purpose and what that looks like. Creating experiences for Black artists, Black creatives, Black women, Haitian mothers. I just, yeah, yes. Like my entire life is centered around community, and I'm excited to see what that's gonna look like as I figure it out. Okay. Next question. Oh, that's it. That's it. Those are the questions. So, yeah, that's it. Those are the questions. So, I would love, for y'all to answer that on your own time. Let it marinate, let it sit in your mind. Just let it sit with you. If anything triggered you, you got to do something about it, girl. Okay? The system is crying out. System error. I don't know. The system is crying out. There's something you need to do about it. And just be able to, you know, reflecting is enough. It's a good start. Even if you don't know where to take action, where to start, eventually, like you will figure it out, right? But at least being able to keep it real with yourself. You don't have to share with nobody. You don't have to tell nobody. I didn't have to tell y'all this, but like I had to reaffirm within myself, like I'm tired and I'm doing a lot of things. What can I do? How can I do something about it? And I think that's a good place to start. So just being able to be honest with yourself about your journey and your process and how you feel in your body. Where's showing up for you? How are you extending yourself grace? How are you being patient with yourself right now? So those are some things I'm gonna leave y'all with. And also, earlier while I was preparing the episode, I was like, wait, like how, what, okay, what does that show up as? I'm gonna be ranting about how horrible my week was, wonderfully horrible. I'm so grateful. Hello. But like, what am I gonna do about it? Right? I'm here and I'm talking and I'm okay. And then what? I'm talking a lot about how I am at full capacity. I am at full capacity and I'm tired and I'm burnt out. Sorry. And I'm overwhelmed. Okay, cool, we get it. What are we gonna do about it? How am I gonna extend grace to myself? And one of the things that I did this morning, literally, I woke up at 3:20 something, and my mind was racing. Well, this whole week, my mind has been racing, but I finally did a brain dump with Michelle B. I've mentioned it multiple times on here. I'm gonna keep linking to it. I love doing these brain dumps with Michelle B because it just there'd be so much in my mind. I wish I had my journal here with me. I filled up 3 pages and I fold my actually let me show y'all. I fold my pages in half like this. So I write here and here and here and here, and it just had stuff. That's what was on my mind at 3:26 a.m. So I did a brain dump, and I usually do a brain dump. I'll do it like twice a month, but I'm gonna start doing it at least 3 times a week. I want to try to do it at least 3 times a week, even if I'm writing the same things over and over again, just to get into the habit of taking things out of my brain and onto paper. But yeah, brain dumps are very useful if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel anxious, if you just feel like you have a lot on your plate. Whether or not you do, like I feel like everybody can find value in it. I love doing these. You can do it once a month. You can do it once a quarter. You can change the questions and redefine them for yourself. You can do it daily. I'm gonna give myself a daily challenge to do it twice or 3 days a week. Like one day at the start of the week and one day as I'm heading into the weekend, to see if that helps with the feelings, you know? Wrap up my work day. I need work hours. I need to set work hours because I it's been really, really bad. And it used to be from like, oh my, like it used to be like a personality trait. Like I pulled in all nighters so I can get these edits done. Girl, not anymore. My body hates me. I have to do something about it. And so we're going to set some work hours. We're going to set some work boundaries. And I can't expect others to respect my boundaries if I don't respect my own boundaries. So what is that going to look like? I don't know. I need to stop editing so late at night. I could do it in the afternoon. Maybe I can get some edits done before I clock in for work. I've been loving my early mornings. I've been really enjoying them. Like when I wake up, if I'm up by 5 or by 6, I feel really productive early in the morning. Late at night, I just drag myself through it and procrastinate, and that makes me waste more time, and I end up on social media and I end up on TikTok. Girl, wake up earlier, do the thing so that I can be able to end my day earlier, maybe around 10 or 11 p.m., and be restful and prepared for the next day. Phone on do not disturb. My phone finna stay on DND. Nothing is as urgent as it seems. Okay, I feel like this is also the theme of today. Nothing is as urgent as it seems, and so I'm gonna leave my phone on do not disturb. I also obviously I have my emergency contact, so there are people that can get through to me, even if my phone is on do not disturb. It's like two people, two people. And if it's like that much of an emergency, if you reach my mama, she'll be able to reach me. But mostly staying off my phone more, hiding my phone, leaving it downstairs while I work. I don't know. Just staying off of my phone. And I don't get distracted as much when I work. But in the case that I do, I'm gone. Like once I'm distracted, I'm gone. I knew this about myself ever since I was in college. There are people who can work a little bit, take a break, watch TV, come back. Once I leave, I'm gone. I know come back. And so just being able to understand that this is how I work and, reading the signs, like how does my body work? What is my natural productivity process? How do I feel in my body throughout the hours of the day? I need to go back to tracking those, like all of the things, all of the super holistic things. I need to do it. I truly do. And listening to my body, as I said, recognizing where the anxiety is showing up. Where is it? Is it in my shoulders? Okay, take a second, do some like shoulder stretching, breathing exercises or whatever. If it's in my brain, if I have a migraine, why am I trying to work through a migraine? Why am I trying to type an email through a migraine? Nothing was ever that deep, and just like listening to my body more. My body said we should go for a walk. We go for a walk. We should take a break. We take a break. We should take a nap. We take a nap. We should stretch. We stretch. I will literally be sitting and editing. And depending on how I'm sitting, if I'm like, I usually like if I'm like sitting in crisscross applesauce, or I like to sit on like one leg at a time. My leg will fall asleep, but I'm like, no, but I can wait 45 minutes, girl, for what? Huh? None of this is serious. Like I'm over Lynn. I'm over this girl. I'm just over her. But we're learning. And oh yeah, we're extending grace or whatever. And then next up, I don't really have anything. But lastly, I would say my calendar, keeping that up to date. So again, between the brain dump and my calendar, I don't have to keep things in my mind. I don't have to be overthinking things while I'm trying to fall asleep at night. Like, I have this thing coming. Da, da, da. Having the systems. I even put Notion question mark. I don't know. I've had a weird relationship with Notion, girl. She don't work for me. It don't work. I literally feel like I'm having deja vu, but I know it's not deja vu because I brought it up on the podcast before. I just didn't do anything about it. But it's okay because the more we talk about it, the more my mind is on it, and eventually I'll do something about it. And how else am I gonna extend myself grace? I'm in my season of saying yes and showing up, but also saying no. No, I can't come to this thing. I'm tired. No, I can't go out there. I'm beat. No, I can't show up for that thing. I'm running behind on deadlines. If it's a deadline, hey, can you give me more time because I have a lot on my plate currently. Let me get back to you in a day or two, just so you know I'm shooting. But let me, I've been very honest about that, and I think that's something I've struggled a lot with communication when I'm busy and when I'm overwhelmed. I used to be like, I'm just gonna leave it on, you know, like unread, and then I'll get back to it. But like there's also somebody else at the end of the line expecting something from me. And so I'm learning to be more communicative about that. Hey, just so you know, I saw your message, I received it with love, but also I'm so busy right now. I'm so caught up in the things. Let me get back to you in 2 days. Let me get back to you in 5 days. Let me get back to you after this. I meet this deadline. Can you extend this deadline? Can you da da da? And can we chat? Can we meet? Can we, I've just been more considerate about that, and that's messed up. That's just messed up. I be trash. I ain't gonna hold you. I be trash. Yeah, I just used to like leave the thing on unread, and I answer when I answer because I was just busy. But now I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm busy. I'm not gonna get back to you in 5 days, just so you know. So please give me an extra couple of seconds. And other than that, I would say planning rest. planning rest. I plan other things in my life and I show up for them. When I have appointments with people, I show up for them early and on time, and I'm present and I'm intentional. And I want to give myself that grace too. I want to plan my rest. When I say I'm gonna take a day off, I'm gonna take that day off, and I'm gonna have the system is in place to be able to give myself a day off. When I say, yeah, for example, I want to take tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, and I want to take tomorrow off. I'm not feeling like y'all know I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna work today. I have church stuff to do. I have a podcast episode coming up with some friends. I have to respond to people that I couldn't get to yesterday. I have some edits to do. I'm working today. I'm most likely gonna be working all afternoon so that I can give myself tomorrow off. And so again, planning my rest, but also being intentional, get the thing done, being disciplined. Yeah, planning rest and respecting it. I always used to do this. I'm like, today's my day off. Like I'll put it on my calendar, be like, in a couple of weeks, just gonna take half of that day and I'm just gonna rest. I'm gonna whatever, not work or whatever. And I move the thing and I don't respect it, and I don't even give myself, like, I don't even respect my own plans to be a nice human to myself. And so I will plan it and I will commit to it and I will stick to it. And even if I'm not like, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to journal and then I'm going to just put the day and commit to it. And then when it happens and my body is like, I want to go out. Okay, we're going out. I just want to go for a walk. We go for a walk. I just want to read a book. We read a book. I just want to take a nap. We take a nap. I just want to take a long shower. We take a long shower. But actually committing to it and showing up and seeing it through. Okay? Oh, y'all. My natural bias is towards slothdom, and I'm just, yeah, I need to return to that at some point. This is the way that I am trying to extend grace to myself. As I mentioned in this episode, I just currently feel like I'm at capacity, and I'm a little tired. I'm a little overwhelmed with all of the ways I'm expected to show up in my life, but also I'm grateful, right? And it's okay to be grateful and also feel overwhelmed and allow that duality to be present. But also we can do something about it, right? Through extending ourselves grace, through the way that we set boundaries around our work, through the way that we communicate with those around us about these things that we're going through, to the way that we set up systems in our lives that can make it hopefully a little bit easier to navigate. And this is me, girl. I hope you found value somewhere, somehow in today's episode. I hope it inspired you. I hope it motivated you in a way. If you're in the same place as if you're not, cool, happy for you. But if you are in the same place as I am, just know that, like, take your time. Take your time to figure out your life, to figure out your systems. As ambitious as we can be, and we want to do all of the things, we're not perfect. I'm not perfect, but it's okay. Like, you figure the thing out and then it doesn't work. So you try something else. This doesn't work. You try something else. So yeah, give yourself that grace, give yourself that space, and be patient with yourself to see things through, like, as you're on your journey, to take it easy and be good to you. Okay? And I'm going to stick to that machine analogy because I did a good job. I finally came through with an analogy. Take care of the machine. Find a system that works. Okay? Look after the machine. Sustain it so that we can be able to go far and do things. Okay? Is that it? That's it. That's all on my mind. That's what's on my heart. I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all take it easy and take a nap today. It's okay. Take a nap. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Listen to some music. Play one of my playlists. And have yourself a wonderful afternoon, all right? I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.